One surgery for the price of two. A local woman couldn't believe her medical bill and was having trouble getting answers, so she called the I-Team.
Courtney Garrish is here with what you should watch out for on a bill and what you can do if you think there is an error. Courtney.
Carolyn George, if you don't pay attention to your medical bills, this story might make you more diligent. Experts say always go over an itemized list of charges before you pay. Karen Lake works on a computer all day.
It'd be very sore.
About a year ago, typing became painful.
I had a cyst on this knuckle and a cyst on this knuckle.
In early August, Karen had an outpatient procedure on both fingers at the Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin in Glendale. Everything went well until Karen got the bill.
Well, I thought, well, that's not right.
Karen says she knew going in her doctor would charge for each finger.
This is the surgeon's bill.
She didn't expect the hospital to do the same.
I found that they had charged me twice for the surgery because I only went into the surgical suite once and possibly was there 20 minutes.
Karen's explanation of benefits shows the two charges, around $4,600 for each finger. Her insurance paid towards the bill. Now Karen owes the hospital more than $3,000.
I want to know how they came up with that bill, and I am never given any explanation. It's taken a lot of my time. A lot of my time.
And you're frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Which is where an expert like Jane Cooper can help.
People end up really at the mercy of the system.
Cooper is CEO of Patient Care, a Milwaukee company she started in 2001. It helps people navigate the healthcare system, which includes billing errors.
When we investigate a claim or billing issue, 28% of the time we find a mistake.
Something Cooper says should be handled by insurance, but that's not always the case. We reached out to Patient Care about Karen's bill.
There's a big question about the legitimacy of billing twice for basically what is a very similar procedure in the same operating room.
The CEO of the Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin does not dispute it was billed as two procedures. Brian Kramer says, quote, she was charged for what happened, an IV antibiotic and a procedure on her right middle finger and a procedure on her right index finger.
You can certainly argue that that seems too expensive.
But the practice doesn't break any laws, according to Marquette Law School professor Allison Barnes. She points out it's important to keep in mind hospitals are businesses.
Rather than what they used to be, which were charities. And so they're in it to make a profit.
Good boy. Yeah, here.
Karen is determined to fight half the bill and hopes her story makes people more diligent.
Don't just get a bill from a doctor or hospital and see maybe a $40 bill or a $1,000 bill and think that really is your portion.
So we checked with other surgery centers in southeast Wisconsin about how they bill using the same procedure code. Several were at a less expensive rate, anywhere from a couple $100s to more than $1,000 less. As far as charging patients for each finger, some facilities bill that same way. Others discount the second procedure, and a few others indicated they only bill the code one time.
Wow, a lot of discrepancy. Courtney, is there anything people or we can do before we have a procedure to make sure that we're not getting some big surprise?
Yeah, that's the key. You have to do your research. You have to spend the time before you have the procedure. Find out what it'll cost. Compare hospitals to find the best quality for the price. Understand what your benefits will pay. And then after the procedure, as Karen mentioned, don't just pay the bill. Always get the itemized list of charges. If you have a medical billing issue you can't resolve, volunteers in our Call for Action office, they've helped a lot of consumers. You can give them a call, 414-967-5495.
Good information.
Nothing's easy,
Thanks.
that's for sure. Thank you,
yes,
Courtney.
it always takes work, doesn't
wow.
it?
Well, Storm Team